Welcome to Jobs Out the Box, another exciting episode here in studio. And I'm your presenter, Lionel Bourgeois, my co-host, Pediso Sebole. And in studio today, we have with us Richard Loubser, a magician who's going to take us through his paces. Now, if ever you thought that being a magician wasn't a career, well, he's going to tell you otherwise. We're delighted to have you and hope you enjoy the show.
Ta-da!
Richard, so tell us, I just have to ask you this. It might be a quirky question, but what makes you a good magician?
How much time? No, I'm just joking. So from my side, hello to both of you. I know I just appeared here, but I am here. I think what makes a good magician, this is like a saying amongst magicians, firstly, that you can take a bad trick and perform it well, and you can perform a good trick, you can take it and you can perform it bad. Okay. If that makes sense.
It does.
I live by that, but also I've learned now that you need to be interactive.
Okay.
You need to be entertaining. If you just stand there in front and you show off your skill,
nobody would buy into it.
Exactly. So be entertaining and be interactive. It doesn't matter if you're a serious magician or a comedy magician.
And who better than you to be an entertaining magician?
I
mean, you're just the man for the job.
I'll take your word for it. He's got good taste.
All the time.
I like it.
And what do you remember about your own beginnings in this career, Rehan?
Well, first of all, a Chinese magician taught me.
Okay.
His name is Fooling You. No, I'm just okay.
That's a good one.
Cut the camera. No.
Okay.
So I started off magic when I was 16, 17 years old.
Okay.
I'm 37 now.
You're that old.
Exactly.
You're an old clown.
I'm an old clown. Yeah, listen to that now. So I started off magic many years ago. I mean, that's so long ago. The Dead Sea was still sick.
Okay.
And in those days, I was nervous, shaky hands. I couldn't speak in front of people.
Okay.
And Lionel, especially you would know this.
I remember that. Yes.
No, but not that part. You can. It's a skill that you need to learn and speak in front of people.
Yes.
I mean, not every one of us, if you want to be an Olympic sprinter, can do a 100-meter sub 9. You can train and you can become
it comes with
faster.
training.
Exactly. But I feel with a magician, you don't need a specific talent. You can take a few tricks and put in hard work, of course, and you can just become much better. So I started off as a bad magician, and just by performing a lot and making use of opportunities, I performed whenever I can. I think I irritated my parents.
Wow.
I still irritate my wife with the magic, but just by taking opportunities and performing over and over. I mean, I did so many auditions. I thought my name is next. That's how I started off.
Well, I mean, so you've been at it a long time. I mean, many magicians don't make it. You've made it, and you've made it a success. I mean, you're very successful at what you do.
I've been performing professionally 15 years now.
Wow, sure.
And I think I started quite late. Most professional magicians start when they're about 8 or 9 years old, believe it or not. And if they make it, they continue. I only started 16, 17 years old, but I think for me it actually worked out better. I was
probably because you knew more about what you wanted to be, and it was versus I think I want to be. You were definitely this is what you wanted.
Exactly. Although I had to go and study for a normal job after school because my parents said so, which
something came out of the
sense. Something came out of the box. Exactly.
I mean, that didn't take you seriously.
No. So I couldn't go into the box where you cut someone in half. I had to wait. I normally cut my brother in half.
Oh no!
But now he's my half brother, so we're not doing that anymore.
No.
So after school, I went to study for a chef first. I'm a highly qualified chef, but I said thank you, but no thank you. I wanted to do magic, so I'm glad
the food kept on disappearing.
But that's an old trick. So that's the story.
So Richard, what are some of the challenges that you face in your job? I mean, have you lost anyone?
I lost a thing. No, I'm just joking. One of the most reason, and I'm not going to talk too long about it because we're so tired of COVID, but last year when it started, I had to switch over to virtual shows, which was a massive challenge, not just performing in front of a camera, that I can do, but now suddenly I need to do the audio, I must do the visual, I must do the lights, I must do the makeup.
The Zoom.
This is not my real face, I must do the makeup and all of that. And it's so many technical points I need to do, and then at the end I need to perform as well.
Correct.
And then you get no feedback because you performing for a camera, there's no audience. Only afterwards people call in and they say, listen, here, the client, I enjoyed the show or not. Luckily, I've got a good success rate with the virtual shows. So recently, that has been the challenge when it comes down to performing. But otherwise, luckily, it's comedy magic. So if something does go wrong, and it does every now and then, you just handle it because it's entertaining.
That's it. No, I totally relate with you. I mean, obviously, you know, I run a training company, and I also had to move from real life training to performing for an audience to suddenly moving onto Zoom and suddenly being confronted with a group who are not on camera, who don't talk to me, but I've got to talk to them for a best part of 6 hours. And it's hard work, you know, but you know, people say, yeah, but it's not the same. And of course it's not the same, but you're still able to pick up the energy.
And I find you actually put more work into it performing for a camera. Yes, you don't have to leave your office or your house to
Which is more convenient, maybe.
Exactly. And I perform, I put my slippers on or I'm even barefoot sometimes. I can't see you. I'm wearing shoes now.
Yeah.
But
I can't see you either.
You can't see me either, so take my word for it.
This is a good idea.
Yeah, so in that department it's easy, you don't have to travel. But otherwise you put loads of energy into performing for that camera. And then in the beginning, when it comes down to when you charge for your fee, you want to charge about half your fee because you find you're not there, but actually you're putting in more effort.
I totally agree.
Does the camera smile back to you?
No, you see, my camera does its magic.
I wanted to find out, what are, besides the disappearing act, what are some of the moments you would prefer to forget?
Yo, there's a. How
much time do we have?
How much time do we have?
Just make the time disappear.
A long weekend. I'm gonna tell you a story quickly that happened actually a week ago.
Okay.
So I had the morning. I had like a party at a house, a kids party because I do all ages and corporate functions and festivals. So I did a kids party, and then an hour later in the area I had a Halloween party.
Okay.
For the entire family.
You switched the party.
Exactly, because I am the party. And then I went to the shop quickly between the two shows, and when I got back into my car, I bumped my head against the car door.
Okay.
And I felt this is stitches. I showed you guys the mark earlier, and I'm sitting in the car thinking now, what do I do now? It's an hour to go. I can't go to the doctor now because I need to perform. The show must go on.
Sure, let's go on.
You guys would know. So I ran to the pharmacy, they cleaned it, they put a bandage on, so I looked like a mummy. But luckily I went to the Halloween party,
what
so
a coincidence.
I fit into the theme. And after
I
that,
hope you got a bit of blood dripping.
Yeah,
as well.
no, trust me, I went all the way. And so and after the Halloween party, I quickly went to the doctor. They glued everything together, a smaller band-aid, and then I had to perform at a wedding. A little bit late, but I made it.
Oh, okay.
And it was such an emotional wedding. Even the cake was in tears. But I made it. So that was a story a week ago which I want to forget. Something funnier happened a few years ago. Before I went on stage, the buckle of my pants had broke. And I had to staple the brook and tape it with the pants inside before I go on. So stuff like that happens, but we make it work.
But it's just
don't take yourself too seriously.
Well, that's the thing. I think that's important. Yeah.
Have fun in life.
So Richard, obviously you have to create shows, different shows all the time.
Yes.
You know, where do you get your creative ideas from?
Look, obviously when you watch other performers, any genre, you always, you know, they've got nice ideas that you can use. When I watch other magicians, you do get nice ideas, but it's important not to steal or to copy.
Yeah.
I say always I adapt. I don't adopt from them.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
I put my own flavor to it.
Creating
Yes.
something.
So and it needs to be something that fits your style. I mean, there's loads of magic stores across the world where you can buy a effect, and then sometimes you see the effect and you think, yo, that trick is amazing, I want it, and then you buy it, you spend loads of money, and at the end it doesn't fit your character.
Your personality.
It happens to all the magicians. We've got cupboards full of magic nonsense that we don't make use of. So I get inspired wherever, to be quite honest, everywhere. And it's also what the market want. When you perform a lot, you figure out that they laugh at this stuff and they have a nice reaction if I do this. So you need to constantly work and reinvent yourself constantly.
Correct. So on your feet, you recreating. Again, it's very much you know, whether you're a magician or in my training space, I'm always, you know, sometimes I say something and I think, where the hell did that come from?
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
I hadn't planned that. I've never said that, and suddenly it just arrived.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you have that on video, and then you forget about the joke or the line, and then a year later you watch the video. I should use that joke. But you know what happened to me now?
Okay.
Let's say,
Tell us more.
if I do more than one show a day, I'm very relaxed and I love what I do. But sometimes when I get to show number 3 for the day, when I tell a joke, and then I'm like, have I told this joke today?
Yes, I know that feeling.
And then I would do the joke and there's no laugh. I'm like, okay, now I've done the joke. Oh, it's not funny.
If I do training back to back and the same topic, I also say, have I told you the story? Have I told? I also don't remember. So I'm fully with you on that.
Yeah.
This sounds like there's a lot of endless opportunities with what you're doing, and also the opportunities the job out of the box creates. But I have just one question for you that says, what other opportunities are there for someone who wants to do what you do in this? What opportunities are there?
The great thing about magic is if you are, let's say you are a corporate businessman or you are a teacher or whatever you do, you can always make use of magic. If you sell products, you can create a trick. And I do for companies where I create an effect around the trick. I do loads of edutainment where for the youth or for companies where they have a message, I design a story or a routine around them thing and I just present it. Let's say for a bank, I change paper into money. I talk about money and saving because I used to be a banker as well, but I lost interest. But so even if you don't want to be a full-time professional magician, you can always make use of magic somewhere in life, which is great.
Endless opportunities that you're talking about, eh?
Yeah, exactly. And I always try and take opportunities. It kills me sometimes if I can't make it. If someone invites me to perform somewhere and I can't do it because I'm booked or whatever, because I like opportunities. It's always an opportunity.
Well, I suppose you also feel frustrated when the clients want something specific, and yet you're picking up the energy, wants something else, but the client kind of employed you to do this.
Exactly.
So,
you get
but then I guess, which comes to my next question. I mean, you're an entrepreneur and you run your own company. You know, it's very much like me. And so, when you're out in the field or out creating a show, you have this wonderful opportunity of creating, no pun intended, but creating the magic as you see fit.
Yes.
And you don't have to report to a boss and say, sorry boss, I didn't quite do what was scripted. I went ahead and did something else.
Yeah.
You can do that because you're your own boss, right? Which is very much the same as I do.
Yeah.
You pick up the vibe, you pick up the energy, and if the energy is really rolling, you roll with the energy and you create so much more magic than you may have actually planned on doing initially. And then if you've got a crowd that's rather dead and non-responsive, then another magic applies because you've got to get these rabbits out the hat to see which one is actually going to work for this crowd.
Spot on.
So what is your message as an entrepreneur? What would you like to tell our audience? Kind of how difficult is it, or do you recommend it? And what are your tips, perhaps?
Yeah. So you need to be a performer and a businessman. That's how it works. You can't just perform and hope work's going to come in, or these days perform and make a little post on social media and hope that will I mean, there is a place for social media, we all know, but you can't just post a video or two once a week and say, well, let's sit back and wait. You need to build relationships with clients, with agents, with possible clients. So you need to be an entrepreneur. And also, for example, during lockdown, I started writing magic books for other magicians, which I sell now in other countries.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
So at night time, I would sleep, and the next morning I wake up and I've just earned $5 while I was sleeping.
Yeah.
You know, obviously these are magic books just for magicians. So, but I started doing that, and that's a massive passive income for me as well. So you need to do things like that, and also you need to work out your financial future in a way as well. So you need to have a financial plan, or in my case, and they need to work out, listen here, at this age you want to retire or start taking it easy, so this is how much you need to save. So you need to work on a business plan as well. Of course, it doesn't always work out exactly the way you want to, so you need to adjust and adapt, but you need to work on a whole business plan. An agent actually once told me, and I in a way agree with this, let's say you're in matric now and you want to be a performer, where most people would go and take out a study loan for 3 years to go and study whatever, take out that loan, go and perform at different venues and create a name. And at the end of those 3 years, when you start to perform, start paying that study loan. Parents are not going to be happy with what I said now, but that's an option that you could do.
You could do, absolutely.
So you need to take risk, but calculated risks.
So I'm a little concerned because much earlier on in our conversation, you were talking about retirement. And I'm kind of puzzled as to why would a magician want to retire? I mean, surely, I mean, you know, you have so much fun in what you do. You're clearly passionate about what you do, much the same as I am. So I don't see myself retiring anytime soon. In actual fact, my life has just begun.
I agree
with you. So, you know, so I kind of puzzled as to why are you even thinking of retirement when you're having so much fun, and why can't you have fun by 75 or 85 or...
I agree with you.
Maybe even 95.
Let's change the word to taking it easy at a stage. Where I can travel a bit and spend more time at home and so. But I'll never completely retire. When I'm at the old age or the retirement village, that's the correct word. I will be performing for the 80-year-olds when I'm 80 as well. So I will never retire.
Yes.
But I want to start taking it easy eventually.
So that's a huge blessing again. In your career, it's an endless career.
Yes.
You know, it just it's not kind of something, and I've got a job till a period, and then after that I've got it. It's endless because it's just an ongoing. It's an almost kind of a live organism.
Yeah.
You know, that you just keep on recreating yourself and recreating the magic.
And I want to be that old toppy that still does magic with the grey hair. I don't know what length my hair is going to be then, and it's feeling a bit thin here, but I want to be that person. I love the magic. Magic has been so good to me that it's a pity I didn't start earlier, but we'll never know.
No, I mean, you started when you felt right.
It doesn't sound like an easy industry if I can think about it. But what kind of advice would you give to an aspiring trainer or maybe entertainer or magician? What kind of advice would you give?
For performers, perform whenever you can. Like I said, when anyone knocked at my parents' door, if it's the milkman or the postman, I performed magic. And I was bad, but every moment I performed when I can, and then opportunities. There's always opportunities around you. Some people just don't want to take it. But you need a bit of luck. But you can create your own luck by taking and making opportunities. And they're all around us. It's not easy, and it takes time. Sometimes you push a goal and it just can't get there, and eventually after 2 or 3 years you get a breakthrough or a different door opens for you.
Consistency.
Yeah, consistency. He's clever.
You know, he's a smart man. That's why.
Keep him here. Keep him here. Consistency. That's exactly what it is. And also reinventing, working on new things. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it does work. And every morning when you wake up, you need to try and be positive. I can't do it. I try. I really try. But you need to get up and go and do something. Make a list, just do something at least. You say, I did this today.
So when I talk about trying to stay positive, I think of you have a choice. You know, when I talk about attitude in my training, I say you have a choice. You have a choice to put a smile on your face or a choice to be miserable. Through my own choice of putting a smile on my face, I've seen how so many doors have opened for me and how much easier my life has been because I choose till today to put a smile on my face. But of course you can choose to be miserable. And if you choose to be miserable, how many doors close for you and how much more difficult life becomes. So it's just, you know, and people say, yeah, let me just go to work, let me have coffee, let me have my shower, let me get to work, and then I'll decide whether I'll put a smile on my face or not. And I say, no. It's got to be as you open your eyes, what's your decision?
And also sometimes I make it my mission. I think I'm so irritating some of the people. If I go to the shop, the cashier, I smile and I make bad jokes. My grandfather was the same. I make these dad jokes, and I'm not a dad even. And I think my wife thinks, who did she marry? There's all these lame little jokes. But I make them, and if you get one person to smile, you don't know if you made their day or not.
Exactly.
Maybe they're just smart because they were polite, and the moment you walk away, they think, what a loser. What's happened as well. But I make it my mission sometimes just to be over the top.
But we need that, you know. We need that for many people. You know, life is difficult, and so we need the spirit. We need this laughter,
magical moments.
This magical moments too. So I you know, just listening to you, I believe that your calling, your mission, your ability, your whole way of being goes far beyond just doing magic.
Yeah, I try.
It goes way beyond into moving into people's hearts, and changing their way of seeing, into just laughing a little bit.
Because obviously magic isn't real,
Yeah.
but what is real is the feeling you get
True,
in
man.
your heart when you.
Which isn't on that side, by the way.
It's
It's,
weird. It's the heart.
you've lost it, have you?
The heart. The feeling you get in the heart when you watch magic, that's real. Or
Yes.
in your mind, think your mind. I've lost my mind, but you know the emotion you get, that's real magic.
Yes.
Because magic sadly isn't real.
And the heart of entertainment that you always carry with you.
Yes, this guy's here. I'm
He's
gonna say he's
sharp.
good, eh?
He's sharp, he's sharp.
Yes.
So, Rehat, what have you got up your sleeve?
Well, at the moment, nothing. But I thought I always want to show you guys some magic.
Okay.
But I wanted to show you something new.
Okay.
Because he's seen some of my tricks.
Okay.
So I actually ordered some magic from overseas.
Okay.
Did you ship the
Yes! But the problem is I just received the box via post a half an hour ago.
Ding ding.
So I just quickly ripped open the box so it's looking in bad shape. And I noticed the props is inside here,
Okay.
but the instructions also.
Okay.
No, I haven't rehearsed it at all.
Okay.
Okay.
So Lionel, I'm going to give the instructions to you now.
Okay. Are they in Chinese?
We're going to have to... That's a good... I don't know. Hopefully they're in English. No, but they should be in English. And I want you just to read it step by step.
Okay.
And then as you're reading it, I'm going to perform the action. It's magicians. It can't be difficult.
Okay.
Okay.
So you read it, I do the action, you read again, and you
Okay.
understand what it's about. I'm just going to stand up because now the show is on a different level.
Okay. We're going up now.
We're going
It's
up
in Chinese.
Okay.
just read the subtitles.
I'll read it backwards.
So yeah, you can just read it slowly. You'll see it's in steps there.
So
and
it's
then-
called the Amazing Vanishing Bandana. There we go. So thank you for no, we don't need that. Okay, so for this trick you will need two props.
Okay.
One is a squared of darkly colored fabric,
Cool.
and the other one is a yellow bandana.
Cool. Here we go.
Okay. Bandana.
Exactly.
Banana.
Okay. Fantastic.
Okay, how long has it been in the box? It came from overseas, a bit soft?
I don't know. It's quite
It looks fresh.
it's quite appealing if you would say.
So pick up the yellow bandana,
Okay.
wave it up and down from side to side so that everyone can see that it's just an ordinary bandana.
Fantastic.
Now, fold the bandana in half.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it says, but it is in Chinese. Maybe I should turn it around.
Okay, well, there we go.
Half in bandana, the fold now. Okay. That's right, fold it in half. Right, okay, you've got that. Now
Very good.
fold the bandana. They're not serious about this, are they?
Is it going to be foldable?
Now fold the bandana one more time.
Really? Okay, well, never mind that.
Never
Okay.
mind that, we'll skip that one.
We'll
Okay.
skip that.
So take the folded bandana and hide it in your left hand.
Okay.
Which one is left?
It's the one with the thumb is on the right hand side.
Right? Remember to keep your hand in a natural position. What is a natural position? Okay, cool. This is called palming.
So there we go. You
Okay.
learned
I don't know,
something. Palming. You
Okay,
see?
there's other things that are coming to my mind. Now that you have mastered palming, we are
Thanks, Lionel.
to begin.
It's an educational show. Okay,
All right,
fantastic.
I thought that was step one.
I think we're at step 7 now.
Oh, it doesn't
Okay, so
matter.
step one, open the folded bandana by waving it up and down.
Okay.
Okay.
If an audience member does not believe it is a real bandana, allow to wipe your face on it.
It's the Chinese. Oh,
Lovely.
there we go.
This is true. I think let's try it on your face.
Okay, step two. Pick up the dark square of fabric and gather the four corners together, creating a little makeshift
Okay,
bag.
let's see if I can do this. Let's get the middle here as well. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Using your free hand, the one you didn't
Nothing,
pay for.
nothing.
You didn't pay
The
for
one
that,
I didn't.
yeah. Fold the bandana along the creases you made earlier and drop it into the folds of the makeshift bag.
Okay, we'll see. It's-
Drop it inside.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Right.
Oopsie.
Okay, hang on.
Hold on,
If
that's
it wasn't for the floor, it would have gone all the way.
There we go.
Sorry, I've been feeling well, but I'm picking up.
There we go.
There we go.
Step 3.
You can see we didn't rehearse this.
We didn't rehearse. Okay, so from the outside of the makeshift bag, I'm really confused which side is which. Squeeze the bandana into a tight little ball. This is going to be messy.
That's fine. It's my cloth, not yours.
Okay.
Okay.
Was it ripe or?
It's a banana split now.
Go ahead, squeeze it hard. Okay. So what the
Can we make banana
audience
bread?
So what the audience didn't see is that you never really put the bandana in the fabric at all.
What? Yeah?
You actually kept it hidden in your left hand.
Palming.
Palming.
You see, you were supposed to remind me.
Wow.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'm confused, totally confused
That's
now.
fine.
Step 4, make a magical gesture over the bag. Acacadabra. Okay? And for the grand finale, fling open the fabric and receive your well-deserved round of applause.
Wow.
Oh, we'll give you a round of
Wow.
applause.
I'm blown away.
And then, of course, we're not allowed to ask the question because it says here, remember, a good magician never reveals the secret.
That wasn't too
Wow.
bad.
Not too bad, except you shouldn't be sitting down because I think the bandana is on your
No,
chin.
it's in the box.
Jobs out the box.
Jobs out the bandana box.
Banana is in the box.
That was lovely. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you
Thank you
for,
for
Pleasure.
showing us a little bit of your magic.
Pleasure.
I don't think you'll earn much doing that trick, but it was most pleasurable.
But that is my charity gig for the month. So I'm just joking.
And also sharing your wisdom as well.
Pleasure.
Yeah, so Rehat, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Thank you for sharing your career. Thank you for enlightening many of our audience who had never thought that being a magician would be a career. I think for most they see it as a sideline kind of thing that I'll do, and then of
Hobby.
course I'll move into a real job
Yeah.
later. So thank you for giving magic the what's the word I'm looking for, the essence that it deserves,
Thanks, man.
that people can become magicians and can make it a career, and if that's what you enjoy, that you can actually continue doing magic till very much into the old age.
Thank you.
So to you all, thank you so much for watching Jobs Out the Box. We had another fascinating episode. I thoroughly enjoyed being here with you, thoroughly enjoyed having Peliso and Rehat here with me in studio. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you all, and we look forward to seeing you again at the next episode of Jobs Out the Box.